What's up guys, macadii here. Now today I'm bringing you guys the Week 7 battle against the Cerulian Aqua Jet in the IEP. Now, I did end up forgetting to do this one, so that's why it's coming a little bit later than it should have done. This battle was probably about a month and a half or so, so I've got quite a good memory of sort of what happened and what I decided to bring and some of the reasoning, so hopefully it should be okay. So, what I decided to bring was we had physically defensive Venusaur, because that handled the Terrakion and also the Magmortar and a few other things as well. And also we had physically defensive Aggron, because that handled, kind of handled the Victini in a way, and a few other threats as well, which he didn't end up bringing. I think I also had quite a bit of special defense in that as well, so I could handle Mega Pidgeot. And then also we had physically defensive Dusclops, because that is just beautiful. Bulky, tanky Donphan, which meant I could get my rocks up, I could rapid spin, because I knew rocks were going to be really, really useful this time. And he did also bring two defog options this time, with and slash rapid spin with the Claydol and the Gligar as well. So I had to watch out for that, but I knew I had my spin blocker, so it was worth bringing my spin blocker, I think, for that. We also have the Bisharp as well, which was Air Balloon, if I remember rightly. So that meant that any of the hits from, if Gligar was, say, Defog, Roost, Earthquake, and Toxic, I could wall it to completely free switch in every single time and just get free knockoffs from there. Same with the Claydol as well. If it was Earth Power, Psychic, Rapid Spin, Stealth Rocks, then I would be able to handle it from there. So it's sort of, it worked quite well. And then finally, Unburn and Hitmonlee, because I knew if I got enough damage off, I could one-shot the Terrakion, the Titar. I could do a fair amount to the Jellicent and the Victini, and I just needed to get that Gligar and the get some good damage on that Claydol as well, because the Gligar was the main stop to that set. So without further ado, we'll jump straight into the battle, and you guys can see what happens. So I led off with Venusaur here because I needed to get my Mega off. He does lead off with a Jellicent here. Now this Jellicent causes me a lot of issues, because it has access to Taunt, and I do manage to get the Poison on it, which is really, really nice, especially as I was saying how much of a problem this is. He does lack a Heal Bella, so I know I can do a lot to that. He does end up switching in the Victini, quite an aggressive play again, but I get a Sludge Bomb burn, Poison, because I knew he was going to be switching out there, predicting me to Giga Drain. Luckily, I get the Poison there as well, so that means I've got a timer on both his two of his most threatening Mons to my team, which is really, really nice. Does go for the V-Crate. Flash Caddy just doesn't care. He really, really does not care. And at this point, it means I could take out the Victini if I wanted to. But he does go into Jellicent, and I have the Seismic Toss because I think he had a few threat. It was for the Mega Pidgeot, because otherwise I couldn't handle the Mega Pidgeot. It was a bit of a playoff for that, but I decided that one was the one worth trying to hit. So I go out into Venusaur here because I know I can take these, but he does stop me from synthesizing, which is causing me issues with the Venusaur. He does end up switching back out into the T-Tar this time. I do go for the Giga Drain just so I can get a bit of HP back, because I knew that would be really, really good to get. So from here, I go out into Hannibal here to force him out, and he does end up going out into Claydol, which is an excellent play. I do go back out into Flash Caddy here because I knew I could wall this guy to oblivion, and I could have switched in the Bisharp here, but I didn't really want to risk it. I didn't want to lose that balloon, but by the looks of things, I could have walled this Claydol as well, which is really nice. So he does go out into Gligar as I go out into Umbreon, so I can try and get the Heal Bell off, and I do manage to get my Heal Bell, which is really, really nice. And does just go for the U-turn just for some switch initiative here, and goes out into Terrakion, putting me in quite a scary position. I do go out into Hannibal here because I knew I could take a hit. If he decided to go for close combat, I would heal back up, and I have my Sturdy back, which would be enough to then force him out. So I go for my own rocks this time, because I knew the Victini really couldn't appreciate it. If that had, the Gligar had Defog, then I'd lose my rocks, which would be, the rocks on my side, which would be really, really nice. And the same with the Claydol, I can completely spin block, so that's absolutely fine. I do go out into the Venusaur here, and I had to try and get the Synthesis off. He does outspeed me and go for the Taunt, even though I had some speed investment, so he is definitely well sort of speed trained there. Goes out into T-Tar, sets up the Sounding as I just go for a Giga Drain just to get some HP back. I know I'm whittling down, but I've lost the burn because of the Heal Bell, which is really, really nice. And I'm able to pretty much wall this T-Tar from here, because the Pursuit is not going to be doing anything at all, especially when I'm not switching out. And I do just go for the Synthesis because I knew I could probably get some HP back, but he does go for the Crunch and gets the drop, which is really, really not nice, especially when this is one of my main physical walls for Terrakion, and it probably brings it within KO range. So he does go out to Terrakion here, as I end up going out into Flash Caddy here, and he does just go for the close combat. So that's absolutely brilliant. I do manage to sort of secure that problem, and I go out into Venusaur here predicting the switch as he does go for the sub, which is really, really scary. He does miss the Stone Edge though, which is absolutely huge because I'm able to Giga Drain, get some HP back, and now after that Giga Drain, I'm in a position where I can synthesize and I can take those all day. But I decided to go for Giga Drain anyway, just to get some HP back, and just in case he wanted to sub again. And now he's in a position where he can't sub, and I just go for the Giga Drain and take him out, because this is the final thing that Venusaur really handles well. So he does go out to Claydol here. So I decided to go for the Synthesis because I knew Psychics won't be doing enough to actually do a good amount of damage to me unless he was offensive. So I'm just going to synthesize up and get as much HP back as possible, because this is where my sort of final opportunity does go for the Rapid Spin here, as I'm just going to go for Giga Drain just to get some damage off and just really put pressure on this guy, because even if the Victini comes in, I could have done a lot. I do get the crit, which is unfortunate for him, but I think he was just letting that stay in to die anyway. So he does go out into Victini and tries to force me out as I go out into Flash Caddy here, as he does an excellent double switch there out into the Jellicent, which I literally cannot touch. So I go back out into Venusaur because I'm a good amount of HP now, as he does go for the Will-O-Wisp, trying to burn me. Really, really painful to try and kill this Jellicent, but there's not much you can really do about that. It does go into Gligar now, as a Giga Drain does get another crit. Yeah, the luck on this is insane, but I go back out now into Checkmate here, because this is my opportunity to completely sweep, because he does go for a U-turn, revealing the U-turn, which does pop my balloon, which is unfortunate. But the Jellicent, I think I calced it, and I do outspeed, so I was able to KO with the knockoff there. Because he was in a bit of a position there where if he went out to Victini, I could just Sucker Punch. If he went out, yeah, I could handle that. So he does go for the U-turn again as I go out to Hannibal, and he goes out to Victini. Now, I think I had enough HP to live this. I go for the Ice Shard, I think, just for some damage, because I knew after that, oh no, I don't live the V-Create, but an Ice Shard means that I actually get enough damage after Life Orb to then kill for the poison, which was absolutely excellent. Finishing off with the Gligar here. So I do lose the 6-0 here, which is unfortunate, but he does go for the Toxic, but I rest Dusclops. I do not care about those sorts of things. So I think he realizes that he can't win here, and we do manage to get the Willow off on here, and there's a lot of stalling, and in the end, he does end up going down. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the battle. This one was really good, considering how scary Cerulian Aqua Jet's draft is. It's absolutely insane. I don't know if I remember to say, it is coached by Socrates. His link will be down in the description below if you want to go and check that out. I would recommend it, just to see if you see some of his content. He makes some good content. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the battle, and I will see you guys at the next one. Macadii out.